Okay, Alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening to one and all. It's been a great pleasure to be hosting the Zoom series once again on behalf of graduates Gil Vaniyambadi. Today we have one of the eminent speakers and resource person with us, Dr. Arbab Sikandar sir. Before we get started, I would like to share the mission and vision statement of GGV so that we all understand that we all have a commitment for the community's development and we all contribute towards it, inshallah. And it's a forum where we bring all the graduates who are connected to anybody directly or indirectly so that we can give our best with respect to the educational aspects and also the other aspects that can give us better individuals and citizens as we move forward. The mission and vision is to cultivate strong connections among graduates by providing platforms for networking, mentorship, and collaboration. To foster a connected and empowered community of graduates committed to lifelong learning, professional excellence, and positive societal impact. Through GGV, we organize several programs. And one of the programs is the Zoom sessions where we bring resource persons from different areas and different domains so that they can share their expertise and help the community to step forward and to gain knowledge. One such resource person we have today with us is Dr. Arbab Sikandar sir, who has been a teacher, an investor, and a mutual fund distributor. Without taking much of your time, I would request Dr. Arbab Sikandar sir to go ahead and talk about the wealth creation made simple, smart investing for Vaniyambadi, and to share his insights. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and share about this meeting in our groups so that people can join it. Over to you, sir. Jazakallah.
Thank you, Brother Ali. Thank you for the nice introduction. Good evening to everyone. Very warm welcome to each one of you. So 4 participants are here. First of all, I would like to thank the GGV for giving me this opportunity to talk on the wealth creation made simple, smart investing for Vaniyambadi. So here I'm talking about the what is the easiest way to make the wealth being in the Vaniyambadi. So we will discuss how to build the long wealth creation using the simple and consistent investment habit like SIPs in mutual funds, and how to avoid the common mistakes. So people are doing many mistakes and they lose their investments. So how to avoid those things, we will going to see in this session. So without any further delay, I would like to start the session. So did you know that if your current monthly expense is 30,000 rupees and after 20 years, you need 96,000 per month just to maintain the same lifestyle. So 30,000 became 96,000, about a lakh after 20 years if you are having the same lifestyle. A education degree for your child that cost about 20 lakhs today would cost about 38 lakh after 11 years. So we are assuming here 6% as the inflation rate. So Indian inflation rate is about 6%. So what do you do with your money? Right. So what is wrong in saving? Why can't we just save the money in our banks? So why wealth creation matter for Vaniyambadi individuals in Vaniyambadi? First is financial freedom. See here, in Vaniyambadi, mostly people are having a low salary. Okay, and instead of having a sufficient amount, they will depend on the loan, either from the pawn shop or from the relatives. Okay, So if they have the wealth or they have the investment, they don't have to depend on these loans. So they will get the financial freedom. Okay. So next, better education and healthcare for the children. So if you have investment, this can be useful to secure your children's education and healthcare facilities for the children, like paying the hospital bills or college fees or school fees. So no need to hurry in the last minute borrowing. So third is stress-free emergency handling. For example, if any medical emergency comes, okay, or any loss of job, like we have saw in COVID, so many people lost their jobs. So in those emergency conditions, so if you have the investment, that will have a backup. So no need to go for a selling of jewelry. बहुत सारे लोग जो है ना जेवर जो है गिरवी रख देते हैं बैंक में या फिर कुछ बेच देते हैं और दे विल गो फॉर ए हाई इंटरेस्ट लोन एनबीएफसी के पास जाके 25% 15% का लोन ले लेते हैं. So emergency condition, in emergency handling, this wealth creation is very, very important. Build asset, not liability. So asset, what is asset? Asset क्या है? Asset which can generate income, and the liability, it is just opposite. It will drain your money. So you have to build asset, not the liabilities. For example, you can invest in gold, or you can invest in land, or you can invest in any business. Okay, those are the assets which can generate the income. Liabilities, like for example, you have a bike, a mobile phone, or any other gadgets. So those are the liabilities. So it will drain your money. Dignified and peaceful retirement. Okay. So what does this mean? So if you don't have any PPF or any pension, no issue. If you have a disciplined investment for 10 to 15 years, okay, so then you can build the retirement corpus. Okay, you can build a retirement corpus. So you can retire dignified. Financial challenges in Vaniyambadi. What are the financial challenges? So no saving only daily or monthly income. So most of the people in Vaniyambadi, so they have a monthly or daily income. Okay, so they don't save much. Even if they save, mostly in the they save in the fixed deposit. Okay, so living hand to mouth. So they don't invest any money in any of the investment vehicles. So if something happens, like if any emergency comes, hospital bill or any school fees, okay, so they don't have any income, they don't have any saving. So this is one of the challenges. Second, low return from FD and gold or chit funds. So people think that they have money in the FDs, so they will generate income, but I will show you in the another slide. So actually fixed deposit will just beat the inflation. So fixed deposit you will get about 6 to 7% or 7.5% return, and the inflation is also 6 to 7%. So you can't beat the inflation. Similarly, gold also in long term, it can't beat the inflations. Another important thing is the financial awareness. This is very important. So in India, 25 to 30% of the people only know what are the financial awareness. Okay, rest of the people, they don't know anything about financial literacy. So they don't know what is SIP, what is mutual fund, what are the stocks. Okay, only few peoples know about the financial. So this is the another big challenge, poor financial awareness. Risk of scams and unregulated schemes. So people in Vaniyambadi, what they do, they will fall for the false promises, like they will make the double money in very few days or very few months. So this is a scam. This is a trap. Okay, so we know that IMA what happened. So people lost the money. So it's a scam. So cheat funds, fake LML, multi-level marketing, illegal betting apps, it can cause major financial losses. Okay, so people have to avoid this. Next is struggle with the long-term goal planning. So people don't think about long-term here. वो देख लेंगे बाद में, रिटायरमेंट का बाद में देखेंगे, अब आपके वास्ते बात करो बोलते हैं. So they don't have any long-term goals. So we should have to concentrate on long-term as well as short-term. So long-term goals like children's education, or children's marriage, or home, or retirement, these are the things we can plan now. इसको plan करके इसको easy से execute कर सकते हैं. So planning is very important, which is called financial planning. So what is in the first slide I told you what is wrong with investing. So if we invest, what is wrong with saving? Okay, so if we save, so what will happen? There is a inflation. Okay, this inflation will eat your saving over the time. So if you go anywhere, UK, US, UK, or anywhere in the world, there is a inflation. Inflation means the price of goods and services increase over the time. Okay, petrol last year 100 rupees, now it is 110 rupees. So there is a inflation. You can't escape the inflation. So if you keep your saving in the saving account, so actually the value of the money will decrease over the time. So this is the silent enemy. You can't escape. So that is why to beat this inflation, we are investing. So investing will beat this inflation. So see here, I put the chart of milk price of 1 liter. In 2000, it is 12 rupees. Okay, it is increased every 5 years. And in 2025, about 65 rupees. So if you have 100 rupees in 2000, you can buy 8 liter of milk. But now, today, you can buy only 1.5 liter. Okay, and it will keep on increasing because this is a inflation. You can't escape from this. Similarly, this graph shows the impact of inflation on your savings. Suppose you have a 1 lakh rupees today, and after 5 years, the value became 80,000. That means you can buy 1 lakh, whatever the things you buy 1 lakh, you can't buy after 5 years. And similarly, after 20 years, you can buy only for 35,000. The value became 35,000. Okay, so here I have taken 5% as the inflation, but actually it is more than that. So the value of the money will decrease over the time. Building your safety net as an emergency fund. So what is emergency fund? So emergency fund is something happened to your job or some medical emergency comes, you should use this fund. Okay, so you can keep 3 to 6 months of your expenses. For example, if your expense is 50,000, you can keep 1,50,000 in the liquid asset. So what is liquid asset? Liquid asset which can be easily get cash within a day. For example, you can you put this in the this saving account, bank account, so that you can take your ATM card and you can withdraw the money anytime. Similarly, there are liquid mutual funds are available, a sweep in FD. These are the different instrument where you can park the emergency fund. So you can first you have to make 3 to 6 month emergency fund, which can be easily accessible at any time. So here you should not have to anything in the equity. Equity means in the share. You should not invest your emergency fund in the shares, because it will take time to liquidate or to get the money from the after selling the your shares. So goal should be like depends on the monthly expense. Suppose if a person has 1 lakh rupees per month, so they can build a emergency fund for 3 lakh or 12 lakh rupees. Okay, what is smart investing? Smart investing versus the traditional one. So traditional means your fixed deposit or gold, okay, or real estate. These are the traditional saving things, say instrument, which can lead to low growth. For example, in FD and saving account, you will get only 4 to 7% return. And in case of gold and real estate, they are not very consistent. Okay, it is highly volatile. And this traditional investment will not give a good return in the long term. So this is the pie chart which will show the Indian people invested. So you see more than 48% of the people are invested in real estate, 15% in gold, 13% in fixed deposit. Okay, insurance and pension 11%, and equity and mutual funds only 5 and 3%. So when you compare this chart with the developed country like US, so they have 50% in the mutual fund and stocks. So India still it is under developing stage, and people have no idea about the investing in mutual funds and stocks. So most probably in the coming days, people will be more interested to invest in these stocks and mutual funds. So smart investing is consists of SIPs in mutual funds. You can start with a small amount like 500 rupees. You can beat inflation very easily. You will get about 12 to 18% in the equity mutual funds. And in this, you will get power of compounding. So I will explain this, what is the compounding effect in the next slide. So you will get compounding effect where the money will grow over the time. And you can use different goals, for example, children's education, buying home or retirement using this smart investing. And these are managed by professionals, and they are very transparent and highly regulated. Now this is the bar chart explaining about the SIP in mutual funds and the fixed deposit. So if someone is starting SIP of 500 rupees per month for 20 years, so he will get only 2,41,000 in the fixed deposit. Whereas in case of mutual funds, the return is many more than the fixed deposit. But you saw in the last graph, only 3 to 4% of the people are investing in mutual fund, and most of the 15% of the people are investing in fixed deposit. So these are the old type of traditional investment, and these are the smart investment. And these are the returns. From the traditional investment, you will get 4 to 7%, whereas from the smart investing, you will get 12 to 18%. So inflation, you can't beat the inflation using the traditional, and you can from the smart investing, you can easily beat the inflation. The risk is low. Okay, But here it is, the risk is there, but you can manage the risk. Liquidity is medium. The liquidity means to get back your investment, to liquidate your investment. It is medium because they are having fixed deposit, so there is a lock-in period. But in case of mutual funds, the liquidity is very high. You can take any time. Now, wealth creation mindset. So first mindset to create the wealth is spend less than you earn. So that means you have to make a budget. Okay. So what is budget? You should know what is your income, how much you are getting, a salary or a business income, and what are your expenses. So you have to see whether you have a deficit or you have excess. So if you have a deficit, that means your budget is not correct. So you have to see where you are expending more. So you have to make the budget and follow it properly. Avoid unnecessary EMI and loan. Like I saw Gen Z people, what they do, they have a many EMIs and loan. Okay, so avoid this thing. Loans are don't take the loans. Okay, so this will not create a wealth. Save from every income, even if you are saving 100 rupees, this is also a saving. Okay, but what we see that most of the people they don't save. तो पैसा आया पूरा खर्चा होगा मंथ के एंड में क्या भी नहीं. So you have to start having the habit of saving, because once you have saving, then only you can invest your money. Without saving you can't invest. Investment yearly and consistently. So start yearly to get the benefit of compounding. If you are getting the if you are doing some job or doing business, so start immediately. Don't have to wait, बाद में कर लेंगे, अभी 20 साल, अभी 30 साल बाद में कर लेंगे, because this will affect your the compounding. Okay, so if you invest yearly, you don't have to invest large amount. You can start with a small amount. It will make a large amount over the time. You can begin with 500 rupees or 1000 rupees in a month. Okay, and every year you can increase this investment amount. So make it as a habit like SIP. So you will have a discipline, like every month you have to save this much amount for investment. Now avoid get rich quick scheme. So many people get into this scheme, like double your money. These are the scams. Okay, so don't go and invest there. So these are the big scams, doubling your money in 40 days like this. So they are frauds. Okay, they use some fake app or some this cryptocurrencies. Okay, these are not regulated one. If you want to make a real wealth, then it will take time. Okay, you can't get the wealth very easily. It will take time. Time make the wealth. Now use the trusted and regulated options like mutual funds, which are regulated by SEBI. Okay, so SEBI is Security Exchange Board of India. They are regulating all the mutual funds. So it is very transparent. Fourth one, focus on the long-term growth. Okay, like for example, you can focus on after 5 years or 20 years, what you want. So I have put these pictures. Okay, like you want to buy a car, get married, start a family, or go on a vacation. So medium term, long term, so different goals are there. So depends on the goal, you can start investing. Don't panic during the market dip. Okay, because you want the investment after 5 years or 10 years. Okay, so market तो गिरेगा, ऊपर जाएगा नीचे आएगा, सीधा ऊपर जाता नहीं कौन सा भी. So you don't have to panic because you have the goal and you are investing in a disciplined way. So don't panic during the market crash or market dip. Build asset for the futures. I told you about this retirement and education, children's education or marriage. So for that you have to take the long term view. So discipline beat luck every time. So you have to be very disciplined. So invest small amount regularly, monthly or quarterly. This will make you a great wealth. Common mistake people do here, what they do, they will keep the money idle in the saving account. They don't do anything. Paisa padya hai, account mein hai. But actually what is happening? Inflation is eating the money. I showed you before in the chart. So if you keep 1 lakh, after 20 years, it will the value become 38,000. Okay, so don't keep the money in idle condition in the saving account. Relying on FDs. Okay, so most people what they do, they will put in the FDs. So this is also I showed you. It will give you very low return, 5 to 7%. So which is difficult to beat the inflation. Inflation is 6 to 7% already. So if you keep in FD, the return will not be beat the inflation. Chasing quick profit. Okay, everyone want to do trading. Okay, so this trading is a skill. You have to learn this. You can't make a trader within 1 year, 2 years. It will take a lot of years, lot of experience. Okay, so they will go for a quick profit and they will lose the capital. So there was a survey by Nitin Kaman, the CEO of Zerodha. He told that 90% of the trader lose the money in 90 days. So within 3 months, 90% of the trader lose the money. So this means trading will not make you rich or wealthy. So don't chase the quick profits. Trying to time the market often lead to losses. अभी मार्केट ऊपर है, नीचे आंधे डालेंगे. So वेट करते करते वो मार्केट नीचे आके ऊपर भी चल जाता मगर डालते नहीं. So don't try to time the market. So टाइम नहीं कर सकते मार्केट को. तो टाइम करने वाला तो गार्ड हो जाएगा. So don't try to time the market. Okay, just start every month some fixed amount. Okay, in the SIP. So it will average out the volatility in the market. Another thing, insurance. Insurance is not a insurance is equal to protection. It is not for wealth creation. People think that we bought the insurance. That means we are investing. No, it is wrong. Just think about that. You have a bike or a car. Okay, you will get the insurance, third party insurance. So that means are you investing in the bike? No. It is just to protect your bike. If something happened, some accident happened, then the money will be given by the insurance. So similarly here also, so like life insurance. Okay, so something happened to you, your family will get the amount. So insurance is just for the protection, not for wealth creation. And the insurance return, if you see the return in the insurance, like nothing happened to you, and the money you paid for the premium, so they will give only about 5 to 6% return or 3 to 5% return. Okay, so which is very, very low.
चलो बाहर चलो तेरे फोन
Okay.
रखे हमदान
So कुछ mute कर. So insurance returns are very, very low, but because people are mis-selling this insurance as a investing tools. So लोगों को क्या होता तो investment समझ को ले लेते insurance, but insurance is not a investment. If you want insurance, you buy the insurance, and if you want investment, you can do investment separately. Don't mix together. So some people don't invest because either they don't have the knowledge or they have a fear. Okay, so क्या तो भी हो जाना कि invest कर दे पैसा क्या तो भी हो जाना का. So because they don't have the knowledge about investment, we can diversify the investment and you can तो उसमें जो है नुकसान होने के chances बहुत कम हो जाते हैं if we diversify. Another thing is delaying. Okay, so अब नहीं बाद में कर लेंगे 5 साल के बाद कर लेंगे अब ये है. So delaying will also affect the compounding it. So you can start with a small amount and then you can continue. Another mistake is falling for the high risk or fake schemes like IMA. So people go there and invest the money, and these are the Ponzi schemes, and they will run away with your hard-earned money. Nobody will catch them. So Ponzi schemes like double the money, or they giving 35% return. These all are the Ponzi schemes. So don't go into that. Stick to the regulated platform which are regulated by the SEBI. And many people ignore the inflation. I told you inflation is 6 to 7% in India. So they think if they have 100 rupees today, it is not 100 rupees tomorrow. It will be less than 100 rupees. So if you don't find a way to make the money while you sleep, then you have to work until you die. This is one of the famous quote from Warren Buffett. Now we come to mutual fund. What is mutual funds? So mutual funds is pooled investment managed by expert, and it is perfect for the beginner. So what mutual fund company does, they will collect the money from the investor. Okay, so they collect from different investors like you and me, and this company have the fund manager. Okay, and this fund manager will invest the money in different things. For example, in equities, they will buy shares, they will buy gold, or they will buy bonds, or depends on the type of mutual funds. Okay, so they will buy the things. Now the fund manager is an expert person. He know where to invest or what share to buy or what share to sell. So we don't have to worry about anything. Okay, and this is very, very perfect for the beginner without having any knowledge of stock market or anything. So this is the chart. So the investor give the money to the mutual fund company. There are different mutual fund companies. Around 40 to 50 companies are there in India. And this company, what they do, they have the fund manager, and this fund manager will buy the securities, that means shares or bonds, and from that shares they will generate the return and it will give back to the investor. Very, very simple. Now, why should we invest in mutual fund? So first is it is managed by professionals, highly transparent. Okay, and you can get your money anytime. Liquidity is very easy, and it is regulated by SEBI, and there is a diversification. They don't invest in 1 or 2 stocks. They will invest in 50 stocks or 60 stock. So 30 to 60 stock they will invest. So there is a diversification, risk diversification, and convenient for the small amount. You can start investing with 500 rupees. So why mutual funds are ideal for Vaniyambadi? So first thing is low investment amount. You can start with 500 in a SIP mode. So no need for any large amount. And it is managed by professionals. So experts are there. You don't have to track the market. You don't have to see the market every day. And there is a diversification. There is a strong historical returns like mutual funds. They have given 12 to 15% CAGR. CAGR means compounded annual growth return. Every year you can get from 12 to 15%. This is average. You can get more than that also. And there are Sharia compliant mutual fund also. So for example, one of my investor, Mr. Noor, he is a technician in the leather industry, and he is putting 2,000 rupees SIP for last 3.8 years, and till now his SIP is going on, and his corpus is now 1.1 lakhs. So 2,000 rupees every month. Now it became 1.1 lakhs. Now this table shows the comparison of mutual fund with some other asset classes. For example, here this is the India equity, Nifty 50 stocks, India top 50 stocks, and these are the US stocks. Then gold we have, then real estate and debt fund. Debt funds are like fixed deposits. So if you see here in the long term, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, long term, equity beat the gold as well as real estate. Okay, in the gold you get 10% return every year, whereas in the equity you get 13.8%. And in 20 years, you see 16%. Even it beat the US market. Indian market beat the US market. Okay, so Indian equity gives 16% return over the 20-year period. So 16% every year is phenomenal return. So I'm not telling you have to put everything in the mutual fund. You can have a diversified portfolio. For example, you can buy some gold, you can buy mutual funds, you can buy some stocks, you can have some fixed deposit. Okay, so you should have a like a balanced thali. Everything should be there. Now coming back to Sharia funds, what are Sharia funds available in mutual funds? So mutual fund that adhere to Sharia law of Muslim religion. This fund prohibit investment in any business associated with alcohol, tobacco, banking, in interest, fixed income instrument, illegal drugs, sport, weapon, or other immoral activities like gambling. So now in India, we have 3 mutual funds only. So Tata Ethical Fund, one of the oldest fund, Taurus Ethical Fund, and Quantum Ethical Funds. So these are the return of Tata Ethical Fund. If you invested 1 lakh rupees 20 years back, it would have become 16 lakh. So this is the graph of mutual fund over the 20 years. And here I have shown every year what is the return. So last year it could not perform well because the markets are not good. But if you see long term, 20%, 14, 11%, 14%, 13%, year on year, it will give a very good return. Now here I will talk about some of the myth. Okay, so first myth, mutual fund invest only in shares. No, it is not correct. They can invest in shares also. They can invest in gold also. So there are different types of mutual funds. Second myth, mutual fund is only for rich people. No, you can start with 500 rupees. It is not for rich people only. Next, they thought it's a gambling. You will lose your money. No, it is not a gambling. It is a regulated one. It is diversified and professionally managed. So people are there to manage your funds. And do I need a demat account? No, you don't have to need any demat account. Without demat account, you can use any app or you can come to the distributor. Now SIP versus lump sum. What is right for you? SIP means systematic investment plan. So systematic investment plan means you have a fixed amount every month. For example, 100 rupees or 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. And every month the amount will be debited from your account and it will be invested in the mutual funds. And it is very good for the salary people or small business owners and student also. So ideal for long-term wealth creation, and it will have a habit of saving. So you will have a disciplined way to save and invest regularly. And because you are investing every month, so your rupee cost averaging take place. Like sometimes the market is low, you will get more units, and if the market is high, you will get less unit. So it will average out. And it is very flexible. You can start and you can stop anytime. Okay, when to start the SIP? So let's take an example. There are two friends. One is Jay, another is Viru. Jay started at the age of 22 and Viru started from the age of 30. Jay started with 2000 rupees per SIP per month and he invested for 28 years. He invested a total amount of 6,72,000. Now Jay he started late, so he started with 3000 rupees SIP per month. So his investment is total investment is 7,20,000 over the 20 years. Now both are at the age of 50. They want to retire. Okay. So if you see here, Jay he started with 2000 rupees, will have 70 lakhs 36,061 rupees, whereas Viru have only 35 lakh rupees. So what is happening here? His corpus became 10x and Viru became only 5 times. So even though he started with a large amount, 3000 rupees, but he could not make the amount made by Jay. Okay, so main thing here is you have to invest yearly. So just delaying by 8 years, there is a difference of the money is completely double. So 35,000 and 75,000. So best time to invest is when you are at the age of 20 or when you start getting the salary or start getting the business. So you have to invest. Now you will come to the power of compounding. What is the power of compounding? So compounding means money make money. That means small monthly amount grow over the time. So if you invest, let's say 1,000 rupees for 1 year, if the return became, if you get 10% return, it will become 1,100 rupees. Then next year, this 1,100 rupees will grow with 10%. So like that, it will keep on increasing. Okay, it's called snowball effect. Like snowball, when it fall from the top hill, it will increase in size. Okay, similarly, the power of compounding also, the amount increase in size over the time. So this is the table, like SIP of 1,000 rupees at the rate of 12% per annum over the 10 years. Your invested amount is 1.5 lakhs and the value after 10 years is 2.3 lakh rupees. And similarly 20 years 2.4 lakhs and 9.8 lakhs, 30 years 3.6 lakh and 34 lakhs. Now see here, 3.6 lakh became 34 lakhs over the time of 30 years. So this is the called compounding. And this is the snowball effect. So SIP of 10,000 rupees, another example. Okay, SIP from May, this was one of the study published in the newspaper. From May 2003 to May 2023, SIP was invested in Nifty 50 and it was grow at the rate of 12%. So 10,000 rupees SIP will become how much? 1 crore rupees corpus after 20 years of investment. Phenomenal. Okay, so if you see here 78% is the investment amount and 22% is the return. But if you see at the end of 20 years, your invested amount is just 22% and the rest is only the gain. So 78% is gain value. So invested amount became very less and the gain is very high. So 4 times the invested amount. So Albert Einstein, everyone knows. So he told this power of compounding, this is the 8th wonder of the world. Okay, 8th wonder of the world. So let's say one example, if you have 1 rupees now, after 5 years, what will be the value of 1 rupees? You can give the answer in the chat. Okay, so it will become 2 rupees and 4 rupees after 10 years. And similarly, after 25 years and 30 years, it will become 32 rupees and 64 rupees. So 1 rupee became 64 times after 30 years. This is the called compounding. So I'm skipping some of the slides because we have to finish and take some of the questions. So direct stock and mutual funds. So direct stock means you will get more return, but it is more risky. But mutual fund, it is managed with the fund manager. Okay, return is also high and risk is also low. And ideal for experienced investor, the stock investing, if you know how to select the company, you can invest in stock. But for beginner or professional, busy professional, they don't have to see the market. You can go with the mutual funds. Now, how to start investing? 3 simple steps. So you can get touch with me. Okay, I'm a mutual fund distributor. Second, you have to choose the right plan. Depends on the goal. What is your goal? Short-term goal, medium-term goal, or long-term goal. And then you have to see your risk, whether you are a conservative risk taker, moderate or aggressive. Depend on the risk, you can select the mutual funds. There are different types of mutual funds. And third step is just to start investing with the small amount of SIP. So whatever you are saving, you can start with 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. So now I'm concluding. What are the takeaway things? So you have to start early, even a small amount, it doesn't matter. Okay. So time and discipline will give you big result. You can start with 500 rupees SIP. It can turn into lakhs over the year. Diversify your investment. Don't put all the money in one places. You can have a balanced investment, some in the gold, some in the real estate, some in the equity mutual funds, or some in the debt fund. Stay disciplined, avoid emotional decisions, don't panic during the market up or down. Okay, you continue your investment and you can take the professional guidance. You can go to the qualified advisor who can make your financial portfolio. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair, Arbab sir, for the wonderful session. I appreciate the way you have prepared the slides. And also we could see that there is a lot of data involved. And definitely, as you have given your contact details here, I will also request you to share in the chat so that, the participants can get in touch with you if they need any guidance from your side, inshallah.
Okay.
So, yeah, 2 questions that I have from my side, which is, pretty much common amongst the friends that
Yes, sure.
we discuss about the stocks and investments. जी, तो
Yeah.
पहला क्या है कर बोले तो फोमो के बारे में है. Most of the people into the industry, whether they are in IT में ही या फिर बिजनेस कर लकी या फिर वो लोग क्या करते हैं, फियर ऑफ मिसिंग का उनको डर रहता। अच्छा हम 30 साल में दोस्त इन्वेस्टमेंट शुरू कर ली, 32 हो गए हैं, मैं अभी शुरू करनी होना कर को वैसा सोचते रहते हैं जो
ये
जनरली।
वॉइस कट हो लगे, वॉइस जो है ना ब्रेक होता है।
जी
जी जी जी जी जी, या फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट, फोमो। देखिए क्या है, दिस इज ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी। इसमें फोमो का कोई बात ही है ही नहीं है। इफ यू हैव ए सेविंग हैबिट, जस्ट इन्वेस्ट इट, ओके। So in the long term, everything will go up. If you trust in India, India is a developing country. Okay, so India जो है डेवलप होने वाला कंट्री है। तो इसमें जो भी आप इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे, जो भी आप इक्विटी में डालेंगे पैसा, ये पैसा ऊपर ही जाने वाला है। मगर आपने किसी ने एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया है, क्योंकि हम लोग, मैं 15 ईयर्स से इन्वेस्टेड हूँ, तो हम लोग देख रहे हैं हमारा पोर्टफोलियो 5 टाइम्स 6 टाइम्स जो है ग्रो हो गया है। Okay, so you don't have to worry about short term. You have to plan your investment for long terms. In equity, you should leave your money for at least 5 years. Don't touch it for 5 years. आपको इन्वेस्ट करना है, इन्वेस्ट करके आप एथिकल फंड में जाइए, अपना इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और 5 साल तक कंटिन्यू इन्वेस्ट करते रहिए। उसके बाद ही आपको उसमें टच करना है। तो 5 साल के बाद आपको डेफिनेटली जो है आपको 12% के हिसाब से रिटर्न मिलेगा इसमें। मतलब 12% ज्यादा ही है, अभी तक 18% का रिटर्न दे रहा है टाटा और टॉरस म्यूचुअल फंड। तो देयर इज नो नीड टू गो फॉर, फोमो की बात ही नहीं है जी।
Jazakallah, sir. The floor is now open for the participants. Inshallah, if you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and ask your question or put it in the chat box. Meanwhile, I'll add one more question in the chat. Jazakallah.
जी, तो क्वेश्चन है, कैन यू एलाबोरेट ए लिटिल ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट एरिया पार्टनर्स फॉर टाटा एथिकल एंड टॉरस फंड? सो एक्चुअली टारस और टाटा एथिकल फंड जो है मोस्टली आईटी में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, ऑटोमोबाइल्स, इस सेक्टर में जो है ना इनका इन्वेस्टमेंट है। ओके, कुछ फार्मा के भी हैं, तो बहुत डाइवर्सिफाइड है। इनका निफ्टी 500 के अंदर है, इनका कोई भी जो है ना निफ्टी 50 नहीं है या मिड कैप नहीं है, ये निफ्टी 500 का अंदर का स्टॉक्स है। तो इनका जो इंडेक्स है निफ्टी 500 है। तो मोस्टली ये आईटी और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर में इनके इनके पोर्टफोलियो में शेयर्स है। हारिस साहब बोल रहे हैं कि कैन यू शो एंड एक्सप्लेन क्रिएट वेल्थ स्लाइड? ओके, क्रिएट वेल्थ स्लाइड। ओके, so what is the formula for creating wealth? Easy formula है, start yearly, invest regularly. If you start in your 20s or 30s and if you start regularly, you will definitely create the wealth. This is the shortest formula to create a long term wealth. Not in short term, it will take time. So then I skip this one. This was the example of SIP for 5,000 rupees. And what is the return after 10 years? 10 years it will become 2 times, 15 years became 3 times, 20 years 5 times, and after 25 years you invested only 15 lakhs. What you are getting is 1.17 crore rupees, 117 lakhs, so around 8 times. So this is the power of compounding. So there is another interesting fact here. So 843 rules. So 843 rules means, let's say someone is investing 30,000 every month for 12% per annum return. So it will take 8 years, 3 months to get 50 lakhs. Okay. So it will take 8 years. But Next 50 lakhs, it will take just 4 years, 1 crore. Okay, and after 15 years, like after 5 years, next 2 years, it will become 1.5 lakhs. Then after that, every three years, there is a 50 lakhs increment, if you see here. So that is the 8-4-3 rules. 8 years to make 50 lakhs, then 4 years for 1 crore. Then every 3 years, it will become double. Okay. Okay, we will end the session. Thank you very much for all the participants. If you have any questions, you can directly call me or you can give a message. Okay, I will ready to help you. Thank you very much.